Okay, we're back. And we're encircled. Oh no. Anyway, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of the United States. Um, this isn't great. I gotta deal with this. We're probably losing those forces, but it's fine. They have no supply. They can do what they want to do. I think we're getting reinforcements in the area. We might not be. We've already lost one unit. It kind of depends how fast they move. We may lose the second one. Did assault one section of this line. I hope I froze them long enough. But anyway, the AI is really ridiculously dumb. Looks like Europe is actually trying to cut us off from making a northern push to cut them off, which is hilarious because I'm trying to win the war goal. Yeah, so they did do a full encirclement. That sucks. Oh well. We're just gonna counterattack with what we have left. I don't really care if we lose units, honestly. We don't have the supply to support what we have anyway, if I'm being real. So it is a minor loss for us. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Who knows how many of those we've built. What else do I need? Definitely need enrichment. My god. Alright, so this is gonna get infinitely worse for them. As I'm going to just assault the ever-loving hell out of all these supply possible points. And we're gonna attack these tanks as they are focusing their army. So we're just gonna put pressure on a bunch of different spots of this. Looks like that's a marine too. That would be sad if we did end up losing that, but I think we'll be able to get them right here and get them out of that before they die. Yeah, they fight a little better encircled than other units, so not as worried. Okay, yeah, we did break through. So they should be concerned with getting rolled back. Let's see, everyone's moving. I'm gonna go ahead and actually assault everywhere. Just everywhere is gonna get assaults. We're gonna push this front. I want them all stacked on the same tile so they can't get any resupply. As we just make advances everywhere else. It's like we're doing okay. So let's see here how we're gonna manage these supply hubs. Definitely need that built. We'll need one here. We'll definitely need it size 6. Will be these. We'll go ahead and build those. Alright. Bureaucratic drain is no longer a problem. We're making crazy amounts of money due to the territory we have conquered right now. Looks like we may get pushed back here a little bit. But we're still working our way through Kazakhstan. Looks like Russia's continuing to get naval invaded by Europe periodically. Yeah, and they're taking damage over time, so just even if we get pushed back there, that's not a big deal. The encirclement already happened. Um, we are going to send units as replacements for the lost ones. So let's go ahead and send 2 IFVs over from Nacom. Yeah, we're gonna... Let's think about what else needs to be reinforced. Got some special operations units here. Some marine divisions. Make any of that. Could actually release these early, but I'm not going to. I would much rather see them come out with more equipment. Oh, and we have pushed our line to the Chinese border more. So, okay. We definitely want this rail line to be upgraded. And for this to run the whole way. Same here. I'm going to add from the supply hub a major rail line, so we'll upgrade this to be a size 6 rail. And we're going to cut across right here. So we did get a hub here. We'll put another supply hub here. And then we'll have a northern kind of point off our coastline there. And we're going to push that up into our build queue. Yeah, and I think with all that, we have enough forces in Siberia, even with the attrition from the cold. We'll be okay. Looks like Kazakhstan is going to fall first. As we grind our way through these other countries. They are pushing back, though. I can't say they're not. But we don't really have a ton of units down there, so us holding the line with what we got is crazy enough. Alright, so we finished some of that. Yeah, I would really like to see us in Turkmenistan's region. I think we may have some agents available too that I can use that might actually help us out against these kind of forces down south. Uzbekistan is just going to collapse. The bigger problem is Turkmenistan. Yeah, and then we're just gonna win this. This is done. Russia cannot defend their lines either. Yeah, and I can reallocate forces here. Alright, so European Command got a ton of units that actually need promotions here. And while I do this, I need to realign. Give them some medals, give them some assault stuff. They actually got only one. Yeah, so the more promoted and less experienced troop losses they take, the more medals they get. It's crazy how that works. So everyone has 3 here, so this is almost 100 per click. Well, now it is 100 per click. Political power. This assault chopper group is wildly promoted. Look how many they were involved with a bunch of battles. I'm gonna go ahead and give them their second Medal of Honor winner. I'm not gonna do theirs yet. They have 1. Oh, the Marines. They don't have another Medal of Honor? Let's go ahead and give them that. Ah, there's so many units that need stuff promotion-wise. We'll come back with more political power later. Enemy has air superiority in Central Asia. Well, we can fix that. But let's start with European Command forces here. We're going to get rid of all this. Whatever is going on with that, we're just going to end it. I don't know what's happening here either. So let's get all that fixed. That's 2 full division or armies that were just not doing anything. And looks like this front all the way here. So we have units encircled is what it looks like. That's what that looks like. But anyway, I'm going to move under the assumption that this is our front line here. And we are going to go, since they are pushing there for all that. Yeah, we've even lost generals. These are mechanized forces, so we're going to go ahead and get Panzer Leader here. I don't see that guy would be fine. Let's go ahead. We'll start the attack from there. What are we losing here? Possibly one of our airborne units. Go figure. Alright, well, Special Operations Command. We're just gonna move. They're gonna control this entire line here. And we're gonna fight all the way to the Chinese border. Up here. Go for that killing shot. Here. I don't see an actual front line anymore, so we're gonna connect this section here. And just push into Kyrgyzstan. Something like that. And there is a breakthrough here. Somehow. And there's an assault heli group trying to do work. Yeah, so they just have a bunch of units that we can't compete with. Pushing right now. Assault helis doing rapid assaults. Yeah, and they still have equipment. We just can't maneuver yet. Did we get pushed back or did we move there? That's the question. And anyway, let's see where all those units go. Alright, we're gonna send all these infantry forces into their own army. Put them under European command. We're gonna actually make them in an army group. Just a ragtag bunch of units. I think Marine Command has another Marine regiment. We're gonna add that in. I think SOCOM. Yeah, SOCOM has some units. We're gonna throw into that as well. Probably put some mechanized units in there. And we're gonna have them support the southern flank. They'll get here eventually. Probably not soon enough to make a huge difference right away, but they'll get there. And as we get these units reallocated into the fight, yeah, the Ural area is where they're going to have air superiority, and Central Asia. Oh god, that's annoying. Let's see. Light fighters. We do have some 4th gen light fighters I can put here. Just fly them over. See, I'm gonna get one resupply. So let's get one thing of C-130s if we have them. I'm gonna go ahead and get small supply drop in there. Put some air wings too, just to see what happens. Just throw some planes into the fight too, as they're trying to break through. With major spearhead pushes again. Yeah, it looks like our realignment of troops is actually helping out quite a bit. If we take these airfields, it's kind of a wrap. Yep, and then reinforcements are starting to arrive. Not many, but it's enough. Because every extra unit is going to be able to grab a territory tile that we weren't before. Alright, we are pushing out of the Siberian front. Looks like we're advancing quite well, for Siberia at least. Check our lines, supply hub, everything still getting built. We'll keep this going. Yeah, and they are trying to encircle us in a bigger pocket, but unfortunately for them, we do kind of have some replacement units in the back line we can pull. Not many, but enough. So this is interesting. We made it all the way to Kyrgyzstan. Alright, so let me refresh our lines. Yeah, because this is all going to be just broken. Alright, we're going to want everyone along this line. Something like that. When they get here, though. So for now, it's just this force. Then these units, I'm actually going to spread them northward. And then temporarily, we're going to use these units to spearhead an assault into the middle of this junk here. And I want to push into these mountain ranges. Oh, yep. I didn't give them an order, so let's give them the offensive here. And we'll go for that. Our units here just need to reallocate. These are coming across the ocean. They didn't. Yeah, we definitely need them here. So let's see what they do. They meet up. We're gonna spend time going back to our naval bases. We'll make it over. But yep. Getting into the reinforcement area that we need. Yeah, it's just a pain. I just don't have enough units for this much front line. We're fighting a lot of defensive fights here. Yeah, the offensive is still right here. Let's go ahead, give some commanders. We're gonna need combined arms again. Army group at some point. Definitely want to attack oriented dude, so let's go with him. We're just gonna go ahead and give an offensive where we have it. so we can freeze some of these units so they're not free running. Yep. Kind of shrink that front line. They're going to have to pull units from this bulge, which I respect that they've made. Like, it's a good attempt. Okay, so this is a risk right here. I didn't see this territory either. There's just all sorts of holes, which is difficult to handle. Alright, looks like we got the last transport level, so we can get last helicopter engine as well. And we just have to make it to this line. Alright, so we got heavy artillery. We'll get the anti-tank, so Alliance. We got the artillery ammo, so we'll go anti-air systems, and we'll start working on some of that stuff. Looks like we are pushing through these gaps in these mountain ranges. So that is frustrating. But I would rather deal with that later. Not the biggest risk of all the risks we do have. Ooh, is that a pocket where they attacked us, or is that because we advanced? Go ahead and get the elimination. Oh, nice. Uzbekistan is about to get eliminated, so them stealing stuff is the least of my worries right now. They're speed running elimination from the front. And it looks like yeah, I think we are okay as Uzbekistan is almost eliminated completely. There are a couple minor like units right here that I want to take out. Go ahead and take those out of the map. Holding up 3 divisions. So that's clean. And right here, definitely want to assault up that mountain at some point. But yeah, we're gonna have to micromanage. Like, we need to go straight around this area and just attack right here and unify this front. Took out all those airfields as well. Looks like we're trying to trap some units there. Hmm. We did get this encirclement. That's pretty cool. Bad news is that actually is where this front line was. We're just going to shift everything from there. And hope that is all of them. Alright, so we'll get the diesel engine. Get that done. And let's see, what else do we have? 16 divisions here, hopefully. Yep. We got a full army that's doing nothing. As more units are arriving into Europe. And realistically, we probably should transfer some of these to Asia Command if we were being lore accurate, you know? Straight up. Oh, this is nice. The supply issues we have. Okay. So this first unit here can actually, this lady can have 26 under her command. I need to actually get that done and get her upgraded to have that. What? How do we have no units there? How does that work? Alright, well, to stop whatever is going on there, I'm gonna go ahead and delete most of that. Looks like this order is still fine for whatever reason. I don't know why we basically abandoned the line, but sure. Then we can go straight to that mountain. The offensive order is take this. So that does work. Combined arms. Go ahead with ambusher, it gives us more intel. And yeah, they are gonna press forward for the most part. I do want to assault this unit to pin him and his buddies. Keep attacking him. Who's free? So we've got this guy here. This guy's moving that way. I don't know. We just have units all over the place. Go ahead and get an offensive here. Just make it happen. We'll figure out the mountains later. Keep attacking up this mountain. Yep, the bulge is the bulge. As reinforcements are arriving, so we do have units coming in. Definitely want to take that airfield. And they are continuing, so Uzbekistan capitulates. We get more equipment. Maybe some IFEs, I would hope. Yeah, and the bulge is the bulge, so that's under attack. Looks like they... That's great news. We're gonna grant them a bailout in Afghanistan. And hope that we get these encirclements going. Kazakhstan is bound to capitulate soon. Alright. So let's go ahead. We're gonna delete all of this. They should all be on land, so I'm not worried about the sea issue. We'll get them all the way to the mountains. Give them the good assault plan along the border here. And let them... Where is that? No, 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 no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where is... He's still got a... There? Or is he still, like, interspersed over here? Dear God. That's just so frustrating how many different sections are over there in those mountain ranges. The AI handles that a lot better than I do. Alright, so we'll go with that assault. The main frontline border I can remodify as well. We have that whole section there that's irrelevant now. For now at least. We're gonna redo this. We're just going for this northern section. Like that. Perfect. Alright. So that's on land. This is mountains. How if this wasn't so far and I had more units, I would want these on that. We have 2 sections here broke off. So let's hang tight for a second. We're gonna go all the way that we can. With these and just see what that does. If we can hold that. Yep. And we're gonna get an ambusher. It gives us intel. Go ahead. We're just gonna do the assault plan. This guy, we are going to actually give a front line up in the mountains here. And push through. To this one. Here. Or not. Can we not? Why can we not do that? Offensive action. What? Can we not? I don't know why. But in any case, we're just gonna assault. We're just gonna walk through where it lets us. Right. Yeah, like, so if I can assault here, I'm just gonna walk through there. See what happens in the mountains here. Okay, so this mountain, we definitely want to get up on. We just want to take every random mountain territory we can grab. Yeah, and then like right here. Then we, nope. We want to go up onto this. Yeah, sure. Go that way. He's going this way. So we get units in. This is going to go a lot better. Yep, so Turkmenistan should get rolled up pretty easily. Okay, so we split them. Got it. And then Tajikistan is just fighting in the mountains like a nightmare. So these guys are currently here, so we're just gonna run them through. Hopefully get these units off the map. And we're gonna attack here to keep them busy. And keep attacking. These, we're gonna have them also assault here. Yep, so we've got a lot of reinforcements in, finally. And if we take this guy and we just run him that way, secretly, no one's gonna notice. as his like division's completely out of the wrong area. Alright, so we got these encircled. Go ahead and just crush all these divisions. We now border China here as well. That should be the last infantry research. We work on the last armor. It's some of this tech. And we're gonna take that. We'll have them go there, them go there. We want to take this. So Kyrgyzstan capitulated as well. Okay. So then the leftover pocket is there. I could care less, honestly, if Russia does that. Right now, it's not a big deal. We're just gonna have all these units just eliminate this. We want this pocket gone. This needs to go here so that we have a singular unified front. Yep. And we want all that. As much as you can through the mountains. I think we're doing okay. Well, I guess he's taken off to do his own thing. I guess he had an assignment he didn't fulfill. So, anyway, most of these units are moving. Nope, they need to go here. Yeah, if they don't reinforce that and they go for that territory, it's a mess. Let's see what happens. I just need to connect this outside of the mountains. And then I can move those units. Yeah, because this is just a mess. All over the place. Yeah, they took that back. We want all of these here. Just completely compressing this as much as possible. Yeah, let's get them on an actual assault. Yep, so we got an encirclement there. Some more infantry eliminated. Looks like we're off the mountain now. Here. So let's go ahead and get our special operations units kind of aligned. What is this? Let me do the thing. There we go. And we definitely want them all across that, making a push just for this section. your one order, guys. These units can sit here for a hot second. And we have unified the Marine divisions in Siberia. And we're going to come back and press through the mountains with these units. And this collapses. We're just going to press. Even with infantry, it's fine. They don't have supply. They're cut off from their capital, which is Mary. All right. And Kazakhstan has fought to the last man, that's for sure. For the most part. All right, so we got Kazakhstan finally capitulated. Regular cruise missiles. We got a bunch more equipment, so we can resupply again. Yeah, Kazakhstan capitulating was actually very huge. Yep. And we want to take all that ground that we can here. This encirclement is very important. Yeah, I'd rather see these guys go eliminate this pocket first if we can. Yeah. See if we can push, we need to. Because this catches a bunch of Russian units out of position. Let's reassess the European command's line of contact. Now they are gone. What are we still hung up on? If there's still an order, that means there's somewhere... Probably this. I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate it. Alright. Assess the front line. Why does it end here? What is going on with that? It's all like jacked up. Like there's a mountain or something here, see? I can't go one way or the other there. Very weird. In either case, I just want to eliminate these right now. See if they push back on the contact line. Here we're just gonna push into the mountains. They're off on their lonesome. These are all encircled. Rather than running away, they just need to go through here. And shrink this whole thing. So Turkmenistan, they capitulated, so we got a bunch more equipment. So let's go ahead and engage. All right. I think it's the border because of that being old Kyrgyzstan and them not. That's annoying. That is really annoying. In any case, we're going to make this the border. Put our divisions where they need to go. We're going to assault everything we can. Split that. Go ahead and get naval research started. We're not spending... we do have the air mission stuff we could. Like this. We'll just go ahead and eliminate that. So these pockets will get destroyed. This is so annoying that this happened this way. Alright, so I'm going to reverse where our units are stationed here. Special Operations Command is now going to be in the front with, like, Europe. Let's get this right. We want to have Special Operations Command here. They can push north through these mountains. That's fine. SOCOM. The air units that we have here are going for this airfield. I don't know what's going on with these, but they're going to push in. These are going to split. These are going on an assault. These are encircled, so might as well eliminate that. These just need to constantly be assaulting. Don't know what these are even doing. Let's get them moving in the right way. European Command, because of all the glitchiness, gonna just go like this. And then their offensive order is for these airfields here. Let me redo that. All messed up. They're definitely going for these airfields. So we'll get everyone into a position they need to be. This one needs to just grab that. These guys need to get eliminated. So walk through these units on your way out. And that's cleaned up. Like we've cleaned up a lot of that. These can go here. And those are gone. So we've now wrapped up our fight. We did get... Oh wow, a full infantry division completed. That's incredible. I can't believe we had enough equipment to even get a partial delivery. Alright, well they're gonna get added to those groups, and I'm gonna push them onto this front. Just randomly. We'll see you in Europe, guys. And then Asia. Almost immediately Asia, but you know, it's fine. Alright, we took this airfield. We're gonna go for assaulting this vehicle. Taking this capital. Going that way. Equipment-wise, we should have stuff we need to update. Transport heli. Attack stuff, so the hell. Make sure that's Alliant. Make this Sikorsky. I guess everything's Sikorsky. We screwed it up. We did screw it up. We did nothing as Bell. That's funny. Didn't mess that up. Alright. So here... Doesn't look like there's anything there, so we'll get the helicopter to get there. Let's see. How are our European allies units? We can't tell. I don't like that. And I guess we lost our initial war. So we've killed almost 2.5 million. This is purely just a cluster because of the lines I have drawn. Okay, let's go ahead and take this. So if I was to declare war on Europe right now, what kind of situation am I putting myself in is going to be the question, right? If you look here, they are not supplied by any stretch of the imagination. I almost want to do it. Oh, God. Hold up. I'm going to pause the recording here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode as major world events are decided. Anyway, see y'all later.